We're on the record in cause number 322293, the state of Texas versus Christian Leah Fuller. Ms. Fuller is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Fuller, how are you doing?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Ms. Fuller, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. James Macon. Mr. Macon, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Macon, you have an announcement to make in Ms. Fuller's case?
I do, Your Honor. She's going to be a plea at a later time.
Okay, so you're gonna set it for a plea date? How much time do you need?
Well, I need to get her and 5 other people in to see me and prepare them. So I'm going to ask for a normal reset to whenever the plea docket is.
Okay, we'll set it for 30 days.
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
What day? Okay, the case is gonna be reset April 5th of 2021. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
Ms.
now, Ms.
Fuller, get a hold of my office.
Yes, sir. I will. Thank you.
Fuller, you are free to leave and have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
You're welcome. Thank you. We're on the record in cause number 322914, the state of Texas versus Taylor Mitchell Thompson. We have Mr. Thompson appearing via Zoom. Mr. Thompson, how are you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Thompson, you're represented by Mr. Macon. Mr. Macon, you have an announcement to make, Mr.
Your Honor,
Thompson?
that's also going to be a plea if you'd set it the same day as Ms. Fuller.
Okay, so we'll reset this for April the 5th of 2021 for a plea. Mr. Taylor, you're free to go. You're excused and have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
We're on the record in cause number 322934, the state of Texas versus Anthony Earl Fowler. Mr. Fowler is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Fowler, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
Mr. Fowler, you're represented by James Macon. Mr. Macon, you have an announcement to make in
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor, it's the same announcement, and if you would set it the same day as Ms. Fuller and Mr. Thompson.
Okay, so it'll be reset to April 5th, 2021 for a plea. Mr. Fowler, you're free to go. You're excused and have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're on the record in cause number 323222, the state of Texas versus Caleb Thomas Quinn. Mr. Quinn is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Quinn, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Quinn, you're represented here by Mr. Macon. Mr. Macon, you have an announcement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Quinn will be a plea, and I'd ask that it be set a week after my earlier 3 pleas.
Okay, hold on for that date. It's gonna be reset to April 12th of 2021 for a plea. Mr. Quinn, you're free to go, you're excused, and Mr. Quinn, have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. You too.
And Caleb, call my office.
Yes, sir.
We're also on the record and cause, okay, Donald James is here. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Donald James? We're on the record in cause number 324884, the state of Texas versus Donald Leroy James. Is that your full name?
Yes, it is, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. James?
Good morning, thank you.
Good morning, I'm doing fine. Mr. James, You're represented by Attorney James Macon. Your attorney is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Macon, do you have an announcement to make in Mr. James' case?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. We're going to ask for just a little more time. I've been unable to get with Mr. James due to many different circumstances.
Okay, how much time do you
30
need?
days will be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, what day? So you want it on April the 5th?
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, be reset April 5th of 2021. Mr. Macon, we're gonna give Mr. James his reset in court. Stand over there in front of the court coordinator. Once you get your reset, Mr. James, you'll be free to go and have a blessed day. Mr. Macon,
Yes.
let's see. We have Suzanne Longren in cause number 325452. She's appearing via Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor, and she will be a plea if you could set it on the later date of my plea.
Okay, Miss Longren, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Miss Longren, your case, give me a reset date on, you want that same reset date?
That later April date, Your Honor, not the first one.
12th? Yeah, I think it's the 12th. We're gonna reset it for April 12th of 2021. Miss Longren, you're free to go and have a blessed day.
Miss
Thank
Longren,
you, you too.
Miss Longren can call the office and come see me.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the record in 2 cases. Cause number 326048 and cause number 326050. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Bill Lee Robbins.
Yes, sir.
We have Mr. Robbins appearing via Zoom. Mr. Robbins, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Robbins, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. James Macon. Mr. Macon, you have an announcement in Mr. Robbins' case?
I do, Your Honor. We just received a new offer in Mr. Robbins' case this morning. I have not had a chance to go over that with him. If we could have a very short reset so I can explain and go over this with him.
Just give us a date. April the 5th?
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset it to April 5th. Mr. Robbins, your case is gonna be reset to April 5th. You can, please stay in contact with your attorney and, you're excused and have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
That's all I have.
All right.